Donald Trump had seen elite security before. Armored cars, snipers, entire city blocks shut down. But when he came face to face with Vladimir Putin's protection, something felt off. Not louder, not bigger, quieter, invisible, and way more unsettling. In this video, you'll see how the world's most powerful leaders protect themselves, and how those defenses quietly reveal who's the most terrified. Xi Jinping, the algorithm-protected president. Xi Jinping isn't guarded the way most people imagine power being guarded. He's not surrounded by visible force. He's surrounded by prediction. China's Central Security Bureau doesn't just protect Xi, it curates his environment. Entire cities can be shut down. Civilians ordered indoors, traffic rewritten. Weather itself adjusted through cloud seeding to guarantee blue skies. Crowds are scanned before they exist. Facial recognition systems cross-check every face against national databases. Drones hover with biometric sensors, reading body temperature, analyzing micro-expressions, flagging stress responses that could signal dissent. Security here isn't reactive, it's preemptive. Real-time crowd analytics detect subtle behavioral shifts long before disruption happens. Air quality monitors sweep venues. Hazard sensors scan spaces hours in advance. Temporary media blackout zones prevent real-time location leaks. Inside Xi's inner circle, loyalty goes beyond background checks. Doctors, chefs, translators, everyone undergoes psychological testing, generational audits, and continuous review. It's reported that even a hairdresser's family history was examined multiple times. If someone is flagged, they don't get reassigned. They disappear from records. Xi lives inside Zhongnanhai, a compound reinforced with signal jammers, bulletproof walls, and data infrastructure stronger than military-grade systems. The cost? Over $1 billion annually, shared with senior CCP leadership. Xi isn't protected by guards. He's protected by a machine that edits reality. But while China relies on prediction, some leaders rely on isolation. And few embody that more clearly than Belarus's president. Putin, the invisible fortress. Before we talk about anyone else, you need to understand why Trump was caught off guard. Putin doesn't move like a normal head of state. There's no single motorcade to track, no predictable route to memorize, no obvious moment where he's exposed. What protects him isn't just muscle, it's confusion. The Federal Protective Service, the SO, operates almost like a shadow government. With a budget estimated over $2 billion a year, it answers to Putin alone. No civilian oversight, no transparency. It's a state within the state. When Putin travels, multiple armored convoys leave from multiple locations at the same time. Only one actually carries him. Even insiders often don't know which one. Kremlin interiors themselves have been redesigned into maze-like security labyrinths, where access routes shift constantly. Inside his inner circle, nothing is casual. Chefs, janitors, translators, everyone rotates. Break rooms are monitored. Conversations are recorded. Loyalty isn't assumed, it's tested over and over again. His food tasters are vetted by the FSB, and mobile laboratories follow him abroad to test food, air, and even liquids before he comes close. Digitally, he barely exists. Communications are metadata-free, routed through underground military servers. His online footprint is so thin, it's almost ghost-like. In 2023 alone, Putin appeared in 5 different locations within 48 hours, creating the illusion of omnipresence. No holograms, just doubles, logistics, and perfect timing. And perhaps the most telling detail, his bodily waste is reportedly sealed and transported to prevent foreign intelligence from analyzing biological data. This isn't protection meant to stop an attack. It's protection designed to make an attack impossible to even plan. Trump, the American shield. Trump's security comes from one of the most established protection systems on Earth, the United States Secret Service. Since 1901, after the assassination of President McKinley, the Secret Service has been legally responsible for protecting US presidents and later former presidents for life. It's a system built on law, procedure, and visibility. Protection here is layered. Advanced teams sweep locations days ahead. Routes are planned, then replanned. Venues are locked down with multiple perimeters. Counter-sniper units secure rooftops. The counter-assault team stays ready for immediate response. During Trump's presidency, and especially during campaign events, his security detail sometimes numbered in the hundreds. Armored vehicles, secure communications, coordination with local police, airspace control, everything ran by protocol. But here's the difference. The American system reacts to threats. It assesses risk, gathers intelligence, and responds in real time. It doesn't erase uncertainty, it manages it. That weakness became visible in July 2024, when Trump was grazed by a bullet during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The incident triggered internal investigations, agent suspensions, and major reviews of communication failures. Even the Secret Service has limits. Congressional reports and public disclosures revealed that some requests for additional resources had been denied due to operational strain. Trump adapted in his own ways. On golf courses, he used a custom armored vehicle nicknamed Golf Force One. His travel relies on next-generation armored SUVs, secure aircraft, and constantly updated threat assessments using AI-driven protective intelligence systems. But unlike Putin, Trump's protection exists in public view, debated, criticized, adjusted by politics. His security doesn't hide fear. It reveals accountability. And once Trump saw a system that answers to no one but fear itself, the contrast was impossible to ignore. But Putin isn't the only leader protected by something bigger than guards. Some leaders are protected by machines that rewrite reality. Lukashenko, the bunker boss. Alexander Lukashenko rules like someone who expects betrayal at any moment. His residence isn't a palace, it's a bunker complex. Underground tunnels. Decoy exits. Constant signal jamming. Every movement tracked. Staff rotation is relentless. No long-term aids. Conversations recorded. Phone lines tapped. Nationwide facial recognition feeds into a central command system that scans for threat patterns. Public events are surrounded by security layers placed far from crowds. Checkpoints begin long before anyone sees him. Elite commandos dominate the visual language. Military uniforms reinforce the message. I am the state. Despite Belarus's modest economy, millions are spent annually to maintain this isolation machine. Lukashenko's security doesn't project confidence, it projects obsession. And if isolation is one strategy, unpredictability is another. That brings us to one of the most paranoid protection systems on Earth. Kim Jong-un, the human shielded leader. Kim Jong-un doesn't believe speed keeps him safe. Randomness does. He never travels alone. Decoy convoys move simultaneously. Decoy planes, trains, armored vehicles scatter attention. His Soviet-era aircraft is protected by surveillance planes and radar jamming systems. Routes are scrubbed days in advance. High-risk areas cleared by military intelligence. Civilian visibility is limited to near zero. Satellite imagery shows North Korean military units locking down entire corridors days before his arrival, with electronic countermeasures deployed to jam drones, GPS tracking, and foreign surveillance aircraft. His bodyguards don't follow, they run beside his vehicle in perfect synchronization. Every staff member is vetted 3 generations deep. Chefs don't know meals in advance. Food is poison tested, cutlery sterilized. Failure doesn't lead to reassignment, it leads to purge. Kim controls more than 12 secret residences, linked by underground tunnels, protected by missile defenses, and expanding anti-aircraft systems visible in satellite imagery. The cost runs into hundreds of millions of dollars annually. He's not moving through North Korea. Zelensky, the president in crosshairs. If hiding is one way to survive power, Zelensky chose the opposite. He stays visible, but never predictable. Since the war began, Zelensky reportedly never sleeps in the same place twice. Locations rotate constantly. Bunkers, basements, trains, secure urban hideouts. The system reshuffles every 12 hours to erase patterns before they form. His protection force isn't traditional. British SAS veterans, NATO advisors, US intelligence support. This isn't ceremonial security, it's battlefield grade. Protection teams reportedly fuse real-time NATO satellite intelligence with local urban reconnaissance, allowing routes, safe houses, and extraction plans to change instantly if digital or physical threats are detected. Convoys run double-layered with decoy vehicles. Signal scrambling technology blocks tracking and remote activation threats. Entire city zones are jammed during movements. Rooftop sharpshooters provide overwatch in high-risk areas. Communication is treated like a weapon. Encrypted satellite links. NATO-grade encryption systems. Cyber teams monitor intrusion attempts in real time. His vehicles are custom armored SUVs costing well over 6 figures. But armor isn't the real defense. Movement is. Zelensky's visibility sends a message. But motion keeps him alive, and while some leaders disappear to survive, others turn security into performance. Mohammed bin Salman, the high-tech monarch. Mohammed bin Salman doesn't hide. He performs power. After the Khashoggi fallout, his security system escalated dramatically. Not quietly, but deliberately. Surveillance became intimidation. Internal reports suggest staff movements, communications, and even social interactions are continuously logged, with automated alerts triggered if behavioral patterns shift away from expected loyalty baselines. Palaces are guarded by AI-driven facial recognition gates. Micro-expression analysis tracks emotional responses. Loyalty is logged automatically and flagged if it drifts. Vehicles are armored Rolls-Royces with biometric locks. Some reportedly include autonomous defensive systems that intercept anything approaching too closely. Convoys use drone jamming technology and constantly rotate patterns. Residences like the Red Sea estate operate with fingerprint access. Facial scans, robotic sentries, and electronic counter-surveillance sweeps that block eavesdropping. Even his symbols are armored. A $500 super yacht equipped with missile detection systems and helipads. Estimated cost? Over $500 million. Putin hides. Xi predicts. Embers dominates. And in countries where power is fragile, security takes a darker turn. Tshisekedi, the secretly fortified leader. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, danger doesn't announce itself. It waits. President Felix Tshisekedi's protection reflects a country shaped by coups, foreign interference, and internal betrayal. His security doesn't rely on national institutions alone. It relies on personal control. He spends over $100 million annually on protection. A private military unit answers only to him. Foreign advisors from Russia and China assist operations. Security planners reportedly assume infiltration risks at all times, which is why national military units are often kept deliberately outside inner protection zones surrounding presidential residences. Residences are surrounded by multi-layer barriers monitored by Chinese surveillance systems. His sleep location is unknown. Schedules are encrypted. Aides rotate constantly. Entry checkpoints require multiple credential verifications. Rapid reaction forces wait at key exits. Food deliveries are triple cleared to prevent contamination. This isn't paranoia. It's survival math. When power sits on unstable ground, every shadow looks armed. But no modern leader rebuilt security after betrayal quite like Turkey's president, Erdogan, the survivor's defense. In 2016, Erdogan escaped a coup attempt by minutes. His hotel was raided shortly after he left. After that, everything changed. Investigations following the coup revealed insider coordination failures, prompting Erdogan to rebuild protection from the ground up, with loyalty screening, redundant command structures, and independent intelligence verification. His personal security ballooned to over 1,000 guards, many drawn from former special forces. Psychological profiling became standard. Even personal lives of guards are monitored for vulnerabilities. Routes are changed at the last moment. Decoy convoys are routine. Entire districts are shut down during movement. Rooftops secured. Windows closed. Motorcades include dozens of armored vehicles supported by drones, counter-snipers, helicopters, and mobile signal jammers. When you line all this up, one thing becomes clear. Security isn't about strength, it's about fear. Some leaders trust systems, some trust secrecy, some trust technology, others trust motion, performance, or isolation. And every choice reveals what they're most afraid of losing. Putin doesn't just protect himself, he erases himself. And that's why Trump noticed. If this made you see power a little differently, drop a comment. I'd love to hear which system surprised you most. If you enjoyed the breakdown, tap like, share it with someone who's into geopolitics, and make sure you're subscribed. There's a lot more beneath the surface.